Good morning, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1995 One and Gone continues today. It is the first round, game number 11. We are at the Ballpark in Arlington. It is the number 22 Montreal Expos taking on the number 11 Texas Rangers. These two teams did meet in the 1985 One and Gone, and the Rangers beat the Expos in that game. So now we'll see if the Expos look for a little revenge in here. This is the Ballpark in Arlington. I don't know. I mean, I love the new. I like the new Globe Life field that the Rangers have. That's a gorgeous baseball stadium. I never thought the Ballpark in Arlington was a bad place. I actually liked it. I thought it was a very nice stadium, but yet it wasn't really that old. I mean, the Ballpark in Arlington was only really opened up around this time. So I guess every 20 years they think a stadium is old, so they go ahead and kick it out and they make a new one. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Kind of like how Turner Field for the Braves was only 20 years old. Now they have Truist Park. I don't get it. Bears Dan and Steeler fan join me here at the Ballpark in Arlington for today's game. Let's see what kind of action we get today. Starting pitcher for the 1995 Texas Rangers will be Kenny Rogers. 17-7, a 3.38 ERA. This Rangers team was pretty good, 74-70 in 1995. We are at the American League Ballpark, so the DH rule is in effect. Leading off for the Expos will be Rondell White, and he is in left field for this game. Here we go. Top of the first inning. Let's play some baseball. It is a 5-5 from Rogers. That's an automatic out, and that will be a ground out to third. Out number one. Next batter up is first baseman David Segui. Pitch from Rogers, 3-6 against a switch hitter right. That's a blank. Segui will swing 6-1. It's a ground out to second. Next up for the Spos is the shortstop, Will Cordero. Rogers pitch 1-4, strikeout chance. 19 is too high. Cordero swings 3-6. It's a star 2, and it's a fly out to center. And a 1-2-3 inning for Rogers. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Starting pitcher for the 1995 Montreal Expos will be Butch Henry. Yes, I know Pedro Martinez was on this team, but Henry is the better pitcher in this year. 7 wins, 9 losses, 2.84 ERA. The Ballpark in Arlington subtracts 1 from walks. About 3 home run cells on the park. I'm going to say it's a bit of a hitter, I'm going to say the park's actually kind of neutral. Leading off for the Rangers in the bottom of the first, center fielder Otis Nixon. Henry's pitch 4-2 against a right-hander switch. That is an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to center. Next up for the Rangers is right fielder Mark McLemore. I put him in right for the tournament. I try to optimize the lineup as best as possible. 4-2 from Henry, and against a right switch, that is an automatic out, and it will be a ground out to short. And here is the first baseman, Will Clark. Yes, he was on the Rangers in 95 still. Still batted .302, not too bad. 2-2 from Henry, that is a blank. Clark gets to swing 4-2, and he flies out to left. Both teams start 3 up and 3 down. No score at the end of 1. Top of inning number 2 coming up. For the Expos, we have center fielder Moises Alou. And, of course, he wins the championship in 2 years with the Marlins. Pitch from Rogers, 4-4. That's at the park. The ballpark in Arlington says 3-1, and it's a ground out at the plate. And that is out number 1. Catcher Darren Fletcher comes up. Tim Pepper joins us here at the ballpark in Arlington. 4-1 from Rangers. From Rogers. That is a walk plus 10, and that 9 will allow Fletcher to walk. First base runner for the Expos. Here is the second baseman, Mike Lansing. Strat roll says an 18, no play. Says an 18, no play. Infield halfway. That's a 2-2 from Rogers. That's an automatic out. And that is going to be a ground out to second. Lansing double play is 2. +1 is 3. +1 is 4 from Rogers. The ball is hit to second. Shortstop is Benji Gill. He adds 1. So a 1-5. They turn the double play, and they do, and that retires it. That is a 4-6-3. Really doesn't get any easier than that. And the inning is over. Nothing for the Expos except a walk. Here is the second baseman for the Rangers, Jeff Fry. I put him in second. Baseball Demos joins us here at the ballpark in Arlington. 3-2 from Hendry. That is a K. That's a strikeout chance. The 12 is too high. Fry gets the swing. That is a 2-5, and he grounds out to short. Next up for the Rangers, I made, this is their designated hitter, and that is Mickey Tettleton. I made him the DH for the tournament for the Rangers. 2-4, Henry's card, that is a blank. Tettleton gets the swing, 2-5. Against the lefty, that is a ground out to first base. Next up is the catcher, the new Pudge, Ivan Rodriguez. Ivan Rodriguez, the new Pudge. Butch Henry, 5-3, that's a blank. Pudge swings 3-4, and that is a single past third. That's a base hit. Pudge will trot down to first. And that will bring up Rusty Greer. He is in left field for the tournament. Strat roll says a 1. No hit and run with 2 outs. Henry will pitch 2-4. That's a blank. Greer gets the swing 5-2. He grounds out to short, and that will end it. 1 hit for the Rangers. It's still no score at the end of 2. As Baseball Demo says he misses the Expos, Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at the ballpark in Arlington. Yeah, I miss the Expos too. Who knows? They may come back. The Expos may come back if somebody moves or something like that. I tell you, I guess, I guess maybe the Expos will return. I think maybe they will. Canada wants their Expos back. I don't know. I think Tampa Bay. I think if I'm Tampa Bay and they don't want to build me a new stadium there, and we've now been to the World Series twice, I think I move to Montreal and get out of here and get out of there. Tampa Bay obviously don't care about the Rays. So I think they move. I don't know. I think if you want to add two more teams, I think the Expos is one, and I think you put a team in Vegas. Leading off for the Expos will be Tony Tarasco. He is in right field for the tournament. Rogers pitch 1-4, strikeout chance. 6 gets him. That's strikeout number 1 for Rogers. He had 140 of them in 95. Designated hitter for the Expos is Sean Berry. Usually their third baseman, but I made him the DH. 6-3 from Rogers against a righty. It's a blank. Berry will swing 5-2, popped out to third. This Expos team was kind of meh. After a year where the Expos were probably going to win the World Series in 94, the Expos dropped to 66 and 78 and 95. They reverted back to being the Expos, unfortunately. Here is the third baseman, Mark Grudzelenik. There you go, another great baseball name for you, Mark Grudzelenik. Rogers' pitch 4-4. That's at the park. Ballpark in Arlington says 1-3, and that's a fly out to right. And that's the inning. So nothing there for the Expos. As we go to the bottom of the third, leading off for the Rangers will be third baseman Mike Pagliarulo. For those of you who didn't know that Pagliarulo was on the Rangers in 95, no longer with the Yankees. 2-5 from Henry. That's a strikeout chance. The 5 is good. Henry gets a strikeout. That is the first strikeout on Butch Henry. He had 60 of them in 95. Really was not a hard thrower. But he did pitch well with a 2.84 ERA. Shortstop Benji Gill. There's another blast from the past. Henry's pitch 4-1, error on a grounder. Gill swings 3-3 against the lefty. That is a strikeout. And the inning, and that's strikeout number 2. That's an automatic K for Gill against the lefty. Must have, as you can see, a 23 for strikeout. So he was horrible, really, against left-handed pitching. Out number 2. So there's a split for you there, baseball, Dave. There's a big-time split for Benji Gill. 2 outs. Here's Nixon. Bears Den here, of course. Was already here. 4-6 from Henry. That's at the park. The ballpark in Arlington, 5-1, is a single, possible double to left field. Nixon is on first. His base running rating is a 4. The ball is hit to left, and that is Rondell White. He adds 2, so that is a 6. So Nixon automatically turns that single into a double. I do not believe you still roll if it's a 6 automatically, but I will check anyway. Yeah, the roll of adjusted base running rating, so it is a 6, so there is no need to throw. So Nixon actually has a single turn double. As I check the chart, because it says adjusted base running rating. Well, the adjusted base running rating is a 6, so Nixon automatically makes second base. Here is Mark McLemore. McLemore 0 for 1. Still 2 outs. I'll still roll a strat. That is a 20. Henry turns around, throws to second, and Nixon is safe. Now he'll throw to McLemore. 4-3 on Henry's card. That's a hit by pitch. That 17 is too high. McLemore gets to swing 5-2, and he flies out to left. And that ends the inning. No runs and a hit for the Rangers. Still no score after 3. As the base runner is stranded. We go to the top of the 4th. Here is Rondell White for the Expos. Of course, they were in my 1994 World Series restart from last year from Payoff pitch. Forever Remain 90 joins us here at the ballpark in Arlington. Pitch from Rogers, 6-4 against a righty. That's a walk chance. The 15 is too high. White gets the swing. That's a 5-6. It's a star 2, and it's a fly out to center. Out number 1 here is David Segui. Rogers, 5-3. That's a range play. Segui will swing 1-5. That's a fly ball to left field. That's hit to Greer. His range is a 3. He can't make it. That is a base hit. Is it a single or a double? That's going to be a double. It's a fly out to left, but Segui turns it into a double. And he's on first. I'm sorry, he's on second. That's the first hit of the game for the Expos. Here's Will Cordero with a runner on second. Infield will stay normal. Strat roll says a 10. There will be no play. Rogers pitches 6-1. Strikeout chance, 18 high. Cordero swings 5-2. It's a fly ball to center field. Out number 2, base running rating of 3 for Segui. That ball was hit, that ball was at the center field. You subtract 3, which makes it a 0. He has to hold at second. A chance now for Moises Alou. Strat roll says a 13, nothing going on. Rogers will pitch 4-4. That's at the park. Ballpark in Arlington says 2-5, and that is going to be a single into right field. That's a base hit. Segui's base running rating is a 3. Single to right adds 1 is a 4. Right fielder is McLemore. 1 + 1 is a 5. There are 2 outs. It is a 6. David Segui will score from second without a throw. And Alou stays at first. And the Expos are on the board, 1-0. On an RBI single by Alou. Here's Darren Fletcher. He walked his last time up. Infield is normal. Strat roll says a 19. Nope. Let's see. No bunt. Fletcher's not going to bunt with 2 outs. Rogers pitches 3-1. That's a strikeout +10. And that is that becomes a 14. But the die roll is a 15. There's no adjustment from the ballpark. So that strikeout +10. Fletcher does not strike out. He does swing 5-5, but he flies out to right. 1 run on 2 hits for the Expos. They now lead it 1-0. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Here is Will Clark. Texas eliminated the Expos. They were the weaker team in the 1985 one and gone, the lower seed. Now the Expos are trying to pay the Rangers a little payback. Henry with the pitch, 2-1, strikeout chance, 10 is too high. Clark gets the swing, 3-3. It's a question mark 7. The ball is hit to left against the lefty. That is an 18, but it is too high, and that's just going to be a fly out to left. Out number 1. Here is Jeff Fry. Henry pitches 2-4, blank. Fry gets the swing, 4-6, ground out to short. Here is the DH, Mickey Tettleton. Henry pitches 6-4, that is at the park. Ballpark in Arlington says 6-5. That is a star 3, and it's a ground out to first. And a 1-2-3 inning by Henry. Still 1-0 Expos. Hope you guys are looking forward to some great football action today. Looking forward to some This is a great football weekend. You got three NFL games today, 3 NFL games tomorrow, and you got the national championship on Monday. It almost really doesn't get any better than that. Even though my Dolphins are not in it, that is okay. We had a great season. I look forward to next year. Mike Lansing leads off for the Expos here in the top of the 5th. Rogers, 5-4. That's a strikeout plus 10. That 3 is good. Lansing goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Rogers. He had 140. Not too bad. Here's Tony Tarasco. That's a 2-4. That is a strikeout again. The 14 this time is no good. Tarasco swings 3-1. Single into left. Base hit by Tarasco. He will hold at first. And here is Sean Berry. Infield halfway. And that is a 4. Oh, Tarasco's got a steal a chance. 5 minus 1 is a 4. That's good. 18 minus 2 is 16. Pudge has a minus 3 arm. So the only way for Tarasco would be a 1 to 13. He's on his way, and he is safe. Tarasco steals second base. He challenges the arm of Pudge, but he gets there. Now the infield goes back to normal. Pudge, a minus 3 arm in 1995 for the Rangers. Just shows you he was very hard to steal a base on. But Tarasco does get it there. Actually, I'll re-roll Strat again. Strat says a 1. Tarasco, could he steal third? 5 minus 1 is 4. Divided by 2 is a 1. If Tarasco wants to steal third, he could. But I think with Sean Berry with a 318 average, I think he'll stay at second. So the steal is called off. Rogers will pitch. 5-3. That's a range play. Berry gets to swing. 3-4. That's a single into center field. But the ball is hit to Otis Nixon. His range is a 4. He makes the catch. That's out number 2. Takes a single away from Berry. Tony Tarasco's base running rating of 3 becomes a 0 on a fly out to center. He has to hold at second. Chance now for Mark Grudzielanek. Nice hit by Berry, but Nixon took it away. 2 outs. Strat roll says a 2. Tarasco could try to steal, but with 2 outs, I'll let Grudzielanek hit. Rogers pitch 3-5 against a righty. It's a blank. Grudzielanek swings 3-5. Ground ball right back to Rogers, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit. Halfway through the ball game, still 1-0 Expos. And I do hope that if the Montreal Expos ever come back, they go back to the uniforms of the 80s. I really didn't like the 90s uniforms when they had Expos written on the chest and then, of course, Montreal written on front. I prefer the powder blue uniforms with the Expo logo on the left side and the powder blue with the racing stripes. You know what? The racing stripes were the best uniforms of all. I would always go back to the Mets. I wish the Mets would bring back the racing stripes uniforms they wore in the 80s. They were so much better, and they give them a little bit of difference to the Yankee pinstripe uniforms. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Cody Travis joins us here at the ballpark in Arlington. Here is Pudge. He singled his last time up. 3-1 is a blank from Henry. Rodriguez will bat 6-4. That's a ground out to third. That's out number 1. Here's Rusty Greer. Pitch from Henry. 5-1 is a range play. Greer gets the swing. 1-2. That's a fly ball to right. That ball is hit to Tarasco. His range is a 3. He can't get it, and that's going to be a single. Base hit for Greer. Next up is Mike Pagliarulo, infield halfway. Strat roll says a 5. There is no play. Henry will pitch 5-6. Wild pitch 11 is too high. That is ball 1. Henry will deal again 5-1, and that one is a range play. Pags will swing 1-2. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Cordero. His range is a 3. With the infield halfway, though, it's a 2. He can't get it. Base hit past the shortstop. That is a single. Greer's base running rating is a 3. Needs to be a 5 in order to get to third, which is not. He will hold at second. And now the Rangers are in business. That will bring up Benji Gill. Infield is still halfway. Strat roll says an 8, and there is no play. Henry will pitch 6-6. That's a range play at the park. Ballpark in Arlington says 1-3. That's a fly ball to right. The ball is hit to Tarasco. He gets another chance. 1-3, and he can't get it. That is going to be, that's a fly ball to right. Is that a single or a double? That's a double this time. Oh, Tarasco can't get to it. Greer will come in to score automatically. Pags' base running rating is a 2. That becomes a double to right. It's a -1, so a 1 in order to score. Tarasco has no adjustment, so Pags will only score on a 1 on the red die. And it is a 6. And he tries to score, but the throw goes to the plate, and he is out. Pags is thrown out on a 6-4. He is out of there. And Benji Gill, with a base running rating of 2, has to hold at second with a 4 on the white die. So there are 2 outs, but the run does score. We are tied at 1. RBI double by Gill, but Pags is thrown out at the plate. 2 outs now for Otis Nixon. You did just put screaming to the Inside Pitch Facebook. As Dave is always a glutton for punishment when it comes to his splits. Yep, the Rangers changed their uniforms to red in the mid-90s. 2 outs. Here's Nixon. Infield is now normal. Strat roll says a 3. Benji Gill is no hit and run with a runner on second. Henry will pitch. That is a 2-6. That's a walk chance. That 12 is too high. Nixon gets the swing. 5-4. Star 4. It's a ground out to second, and the inning is over. 1 run, 3 hits for the Rangers, but a great play by Tony Tarasco to throw out Pagliarulo at the plate. We are tied at 1 at the end of 5. Top of the 6th inning. Let's see who leads off. Rondell White leads off for the Expos. We got a good game going on here so far. Rapidly moving, already 6th inning here. 6-1 from Rogers. That's a strikeout chance. The 7 is good. White goes down on a K. That is the 3rd strikeout for Rogers. David Segui is next. Rogers 1-1. Range play at the park. Ballpark at Arlington 6-1. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Gill. His range is a 3. He can't get it. That's a base hit. Grounder turns into a single. That's the 2nd hit for Segui as he gets that past Gill. A chance now for Will Cordero. Mock NFL drafted Dolphins getting Heisman Trophy winner receiver reuniting with Tua. Yes, they are thinking about getting what's his name? Shoot, what is it? Davis? Devontae, what's it? I forget his darn name. I know they're thinking about that, which would be great. I'll take a wide receiver and a running back in the first round. We need that bad. One out, Segui on it first. And that is a 9. There is no play. Infield is halfway. Rogers will pitch 4-4. That's at the park. Ballpark at Arlington says 4-2. And that's going to be a base hit into center field. That is a single. Segui, base running rating of 3. To get to third, subtract 1 is a 2, becomes 2. Center fielder Nixon adds 1. It's a 3. A 1-3. Segui makes it to third, and he does. Cordero holds it first on the base hit. Runners at the corners with only 1 out. And the batter now is Moises Alou. Whatever happened to wonder what happened to flop Josh Rosen. I said Josh Rosen was garbage when the Dolphins took him for trading for the second round pick. Rosen is trash. He is trash, not good. And my friend, my best friend is a Bills fan, and he wasn't sure about taking Josh Allen when the Bills took him a few years ago. I said, wait a few years. Now he's saying, Robert, you are absolutely right. Runners at first and third. Alou is the batter. David Segui's got a good base running ability. What do you do here for the Rangers? I think you call the infield in and don't allow Segui to score. That makes his base running rating a 1, but with 1 out, he's still going to try. So Segui is going to go on contact. Strat roll says a 20. Rogers throws to first, and Cordero gets back. Now they'll try again. Rogers will pitch 3-6 against a righty. That's a blank. Alou gets to swing 5-3 against a lefty. That's a double into left field. Alou comes through for the Expos. Double to left. Segui comes in to score. Automatically, Will Cordero, base running rating of 2. Double to left, -1 is a 1. Left fielder for Texas is Greer. He subtracts 1, so it's a 0. Cordero automatically has to hold at third. He will not get a chance to score. And runners at second and third, but the Expos take the lead 2-1 on the Rangers. Batter now is Darren Fletcher. Infield will stay in. The Expos now have a 2-1 lead. That is a 14. There's no play. Rogers will pitch. And that is a 4-2. Home run with a question mark. Fletcher's a lefty. A 1-15 that checks. That's a 12 that passes. Fletcher against the lefty is an 11. A 1-11. This ball is out of here, and it is too high. It's a 19. But Fletcher gets the swing. And that is a 3-1. It's a star 5. It's a fly ball to left. So it's a fly to left. That's out number 2. Fletcher's sacrifice fly rating is a 1. Does he bring in Cordero automatically? Yes, he does. So it was deep enough anyway. So the ball was hit deep enough. Cordero comes in to score. It's now 3-1 Expos. He doesn't get the home run, but the catch was made by Greer at the wall. And Cordero pretty much trotted home. Alou stays at second, but now there are 2 outs. If he had a chance to score of a 1, would you hold him or do rules say he has to try? I said he was going to go on contact anyway. So it depended, and the infield was in. So once I call for a runner to go on contact, he's going. Anything can happen. If he had a chance to score at a 1, would you hold him or do rules say? Oh, I'm sorry. If you're asking me if the rules, if he had a chance to score of 1, would you hold him or do rules says he has to try? The rules say he has to try. The rules say he has to try. That's what the rules say. Remember, the rules, there's nowhere in the rules that says you can hold a runner back. It's a little too bad that rule's not in there. I would like to see it. Next batter is Mike Lansing, but now 3-1 Expos with 2 outs. Infield goes back to normal. Actually, I should roll for a strat. Strat roll says a 19. Lansing's not going to bunt. So Rogers will pitch. 5-6. That's a strikeout chance. That 20 is too high. Lansing swings 5-1. Star 6. Fly out to right. And that inning is over. So 2 runs for the Expos. 3 hits. 1 sacrifice fly. 3-1 Expos. In a good game here at the ballpark in Arlington. Reeks of a home brew, especially if behind. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. It's because the roll that you're making allows the runner to hold. So you're rolling to see if the runner scores or if he holds or if he is out. I like I said, that's the thing that some people have issues with the base running roll. I've learned to live with it. It is what it is. As much as I was thinking of holding a runner back, like saying, okay, the runner on third is going to try to score, and the runner on second is staying where he's at. So that means on a 6-1, all right, the runner on third would score anyway, but there'll be no throw out from the runner on second base. Who knows? I heard he might update his rules. Chris Davis you rolled too many 6s, though. Yeah, I know. That does happen. Who knows? Maybe Chris Davis may update the rules. Remember, like you said, Dave, play the game play the game you want to play it. Here's Mark McLemore. He leads off for the Rangers in the bottom of the 6th. He's 0 for 2. Henry will pitch 1-4. That's a blank. McLemore swings 1-1. Grounder to third. Henry can pitch to 25 batters. So we'll see how long he can go before tiring. Here's Clark. Pitch from Henry. 1-6. Range play. Clark swings 5-1. That is a double into center field. Moises Alou is out there. A 1-2. He takes a double away, and he does. Moises Alou makes a great catch on the run and takes away a double from Clark, and it becomes a fly out to center. 2 outs. And here is Jeff Fry. Henry's pitch. 6-5. Strikeout chance. 12 too high. Fry will swing 5-3. Fly ball to right field, and it's a 1-2-3 inning on the Rangers. And if you're Butch Henry, that's exactly what you wanted. At the end of 6, 3-1 Expos. Expos looking to pull off the upset. Top of the 7th coming up. Kenny Rogers can pitch to 28 batters. Let's see how long he can go. Here is Tony Tarasco. Rogers pitch 5-2. Hit by pitch. The 11 is too high. Tarasco will swing 4-2. That's a star 4. It's a ground out to third. Next batter is Sean Berry. He's the DH. Rogers 4-3 against a righty. That is a blank. Berry gets the swing 4-1. He grounds it back to Rogers. That's out number 2. Mark Grudzielanek will come up. He is 0 for 2. Rogers with the pitch, 6-3 against a right-hander. Against a righty, it's a blank. Zelenic will bat 3-3 against the lefty, double into right field. He will go to second base on a double, 2-out double. That will bring up Rondell White. Rondell White is 0 for 3. Big run on second base. Infield is normal. And that is a 16. There is no play. Rogers will pitch. 2-3. That's an error on a throw. White will swing 1-4. That's a ball hit. That's a question mark 7. It's hit to left field against the lefty. That is a 19. And that is going to be too high. And that is going to be a fly out to left. There is no throwing error, and the inning ends there. No runs and a hit for the Expos. They lead 3-1 at the 7th inning stretch. Coming up tonight on Payoff Pitch, we have the Chicago White Sox taking on the New York Yankees. The Tom Seaver 300 game came up on my schedule, and I said, you know what, I'm going to play it again. So Seaver pitches for the White Sox against the Yankees at Phil Rizzuto Day once more, as we'll do that game again. Inside pitch tomorrow, game number 12, the final game of the first round. It's the Minnesota Twins taking on the Seattle Mariners. Tomorrow's game for 1995 and I'm one and gone. And we'll see if we do a fall classic game tonight. I do not know. I really do want to watch the NFL playoffs. Maybe a little late for me to do one there. Bottom of the 7th inning, Mickey Tettleton leads off for Texas. Henry is still strong. He will pitch. That is a 5-1, a range play. Tettleton swings 5-2. That's a star 1. It's a ground ball to third. That is hit to Zelenic. His range is a 4. He's got it. Throws to first, out number 1. One of the reasons why I put Zelenic at third base. Next batter is Butch. Henry will pitch to Butch, 6-1. That's a walk chance. That 14 is way too high. Rodriguez, 6-5, fly out to center. And that's out number 2. A chance now for Rusty Greer. Greer is 1 for 2. Henry, 2-4. That's a blank. Greer gets the swing, 1-3. It's a ground ball to second base. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Henry. At the end of 7, Expos lead it 3-1. Both pitchers are now tired. That's why I put the pawn on them. As we now go to the top of the 8th. Leading off of the Expos is Segui. You got a switch and 2 righties. Kenny Rogers will pitch to Segui. Then we may see a new pitcher for the Rangers. Rogers pitch 1-6, range play. Segui swings 1-2. That's a single to first, and that ball is hit to Clark. His range is a 2. He can't get it. That is going to be a base hit. It is a single. And Segui will trot down to first on a leadoff hit. Segui is now 3 for 3. He's having a heck of a game. 3 for 4. 2 singles and a double. The batter is Will Cordero. That will be all for Rogers. He is done. The Rangers will go to the pen as they got some right-handers coming up. Let's see who the Rangers want to bring in to pitch. Coming on to pitch for the Rangers will be right-hander Roger McDowell. Yes, he was on the Rangers in 95 as his years were declining. Roger McDowell, 7 wins, 4 losses, 4 saves, a 4.02 ERA. He will pitch for the Rangers. He can pitch to 6 batters. And we'll see how he does against Will Cordero. Infield halfway. Strat rolls as a 9. There is no play. McDowell will pitch. And that's a 1-6 strikeout chance. 2 gets him. He struck out Cordero. Out number 1. Moises Alou comes up. Strat roll says a 10. Nothing going on. McDowell's pitch, 5-6. Error on a throw. Alou swings 2-1. That's a star 5. It's a ground ball to first base. That ball is hit to Clark. His error rating is a 5. That's a 16. There is no error. Now we check for double play. Alou, double play is 2. Nothing from McDowell. Infield halfway is 3. Shortstop, Pags. Shortstop is Pags. I'm sorry, no. Shortstop is Gill. He adds 1. It's a 4. A 1 to 4, they turn it. They do. First base to shortstop, back to first, double play. And that's the inning. No runs and a hit. A nice play there made by Clark. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-1. Butch Henry is tired. Mike Pagliarulo leads off. Henry is going to pitch to Pags. Pitch from Henry, and that's a 6-3. That's an error. Error chance. Pagliarulo, 6-4. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Segui. His error rating is a 2. That's a 7. He's got it. He's got it. He throws to Henry, who's covering the bag. That's out number 1. Next up is Benji Gill. Henry will stay out there and pitch. And that's a 4-5. That's a 4-5. That's a possible error on a throw. Gill will swing, 3-4. It's a ball hit to left field against the left. That's a 13 against the lefty. That's going to be a triple for Benji Gill. Benji Gill smacks a triple, and the Rangers get a man on third. Gill is now 2 for 3, a double and a triple. Next batter is Otis Nixon. That will be it for Henry. He is done, but he pitched very well. We'll see a new pitcher for the Expos. Probably they'll bring in a lefty for this matchup. Let's see who they want to bring in. Expo bullpen wasn't really too bad. Coming on to pitch for the Expos will be Dave Leper. 1 win, 3 losses, 2 saves. Dave Leper will pitch to Otis Nixon. There is 1 out. The Expos are going to keep the infield normal and give up the run. Benji Gill's base running rating is a 2, which means becomes a 4 if the ball is hit to an infielder. With 1 out, he will run on contact. First, I got to roll a strat, I guess. Strat roll says a 5. Benji Gill, nothing going on. Leaper will pitch. 4-1, that's at the park. Ballpark at Arlington says 3-5, and that's a pop out to the catcher. Holy cow. What a time to get that. Popped it up. Out number 2. Probably the worst thing the worst result he could have gotten, besides next to a strikeout. As Gill has to stay at third, and the batter now is McLemore. And now there are 2 outs. That was probably the worst thing he could have rolled next to getting struck out. McLemore is 0 for 3. Strat roll says an 8. No play. Leaper will pitch. 3-5. That is a walk chance. That 6 is good. He does walk McLemore. And now a big chance for Will Clark. Clark had 16 home runs in 95. This is the batter you do want up in this situation if you're the Rangers. 2 outs. Strat roll says a 7. Nothing going on. Leaper with the pitch. That's a 1-3 against the lefty. It's an automatic out. It's a star 4. It's a ground ball to third, and the inning is over. Ooh, Expos get away with it there. No runs and a hit. A 1-out triple by Benji Gill, but the Rangers can't take advantage of it. At the end of 8, 3-1 Expos. Top of the 9th. Darren Fletcher is leading off for Montreal. You got 2 rights and a left. Roger McDowell will stay out there. At least I think he will. Let me check the Ranger bullpen here. See if there's anybody better. Ranger bullpen was meh. One of the reasons why there were only 74 and 70. I'm going to keep McDowell unless he gets into some trouble. He can pitch to 4 batters before being tired. Roger McDowell will pitch to Fletcher. And that is a 2-1 against the lefty. That's an automatic out. And it's a ground out to short. 1 man down. It will bring up Mike Lansing. McDowell with the pitch. 5-4. That's a strikeout chance. The 12 is too high. Lansing will swing. 5-5. Ground ball to first. Out number 2. Chance now for Tony Tarasco. He is 1 for 3. And against Tarasco, they're going to take McDowell out, and they're going to bring in a lefty against Tarasco. And they're going to bring in Ed Vosberg. 5 wins, 5 losses, 4 saves, 3.00 ERA. Ed Vosberg will pitch at Tarasco. Tarasco will bat with a 2.49 average. 2 outs. Vosberg with the pitch. 4-6. That's an error on a grounder. Tarasco swings 2-2. Ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Benji Gill. Error rating is a 7. That's a 13. Gill's got it. Throws to first. And that is the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3. Go the Rangers. Will we see some 9th inning magic as we go to the bottom of the 9th? Dave Leaper is coming out for the Expos. They will bring in their closer. And that will be Mel Rojas. 1 win, 4 losses, 30 saves, a 4.12 ERA. Mel Rojas will try to close the game out and have the Expos upset the Rangers as they try to get payback for the 1985 one and gone. Jeff Fry will bat. He has a 278 average. Rojas, here's the pitch, 6-6. That's a strikeout chance. 14 is too high. Fry swings, 1-5, double into center field. A leadoff double for the Rangers, and the Rangers have a base runner. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 ninth inning here at RJL 518? Jeff Fry, leadoff double, and the tying run will be at the plate. The batter is Mickey Tettleton. Batted 238, we will see probably a better hitter, and we will, as Tettleton is the DH, he will come out. It is the ninth inning. I can bring out anybody I want. And coming on to pinch hit will be Dean Palmer, 336 average. He will come out to bat against Rojas. Infield is normal. Am I rolling a strat? No. Rojas doesn't have a pickoff rating, so there will not be a pickoff chance. Bob's Tabletop Sports rooting for the Expos, but the Rangers have the tying run at the plate. No strat roll right now. Rojas will pitch. 5-6. Strikeout chance. 7 against the righty. Struck him out. And Palmer goes down. He will take over at designated hitter if the game goes any further. One man out. The batter will be Pudge. Ivan Rodriguez. Yes, he will bat at 303 average. Pudge is 1 for 3. No strat. Rojas will pitch. 6-5. Double question mark. That's not good. But against a righty, a 1-9 is a single. That's a 12. It's up too high. If Rodriguez was a lefty, that would have scored Fry. But it's a blank. So Rodriguez gets the swing. 2-6. It's a star 3. It's a ground ball to short. That is out number 2. Jeff Fry's base running rating is a 4. On a grounder to short, he has to have his base running rate has to equal or be higher than the roll to go to third. It is a 5, and he holds at second, 2 outs. 2 down. The next batter is Rusty Greer, and he will bat. Rojas will pitch to Greer. Even though against the lefty, Rojas could be very dangerous, but Greer can be dangerous, but he will bat against him. 2 outs. Fans here at the ballpark don't want to see their Rangers eliminated by the lowly Expos. Pitch from Rojas. 6-2. It's a range play. Greer swings. 5-3. Star 4. Ground ball to first. The ball is hit to David Segui. Their fielding is normal. He has a 1-3. He makes the play. No, it's a base hit. It's a base hit past Segui. And that is a ground ball, so it is a single or a double. That is a single. Greer gets the base hit. Jeff Fry's base rating is a 4. On a single to right, you add 1, it's a 5. With 2 outs, it's a 6. The right fielder Tarasco has no arm. Fry will come in to score. It's 3-2. RBI single by Greer. Two outs. The batter is Mike Pagliarulo, and we'll see if I'm going to go to the bench. The answer is yes. And coming on, so Pagliarulo is at third base. He will come back. And coming on to pinch hit will be Juan Gonzalez, 295 average. He will pinch hit for Pags. Juan Gonzalez will pinch hit for Pags against Mel Rojas. 2 outs. The reason why I had Juan Gonzalez on the bench and not in the lineup was because Rusty Greer had more at bats. Remember, my starting lineup goes by at bats for the starters, unless I have to make a change if I don't have enough positions filled. 2 outs. Juan Gonzalez, 27 home runs. Rojas will pitch to him. 3-2. Greer tying run is at first. Am I rolling a strat? The answer is yes, I am. That's an 11, no play. Rojas pitches. That's a 5-6 at the strikeout chance. The 14 is too high. Gonzalez gets the swing. 6-3, fly ball left field. Rondell White gets under it. Pat puts out his glove. Block. And it falls into it. That's your game. Expos eliminate the Rangers 3-2. 1 run on 2 hits. But Montreal upsets the Rangers 3-2 here in the 1995 one and gone. They will advance to take on the winner of either Minnesota or Seattle, which is our next one and gone game. Butch Henry, I'll give you a final line score in a moment. For the Expos, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Rangers, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Butch Henry gets the win. Kenny Rogers takes a tough loss. Leaper gets a hold, and Mel Rojas does get the save. A nice little upset there for the Montreal Expos. They will advance to the next round. They were the number 22 seed. And because they are the number 22 seed, they are now the lowest seed in the game in the second round, unless Minnesota upsets Seattle tomorrow. Nice little upset as the Expos knock out the Rangers 3-2 on a good game here at the ballpark in Arlington. Forever remain 90, Bob's Tabletop Sports, Baseball Demos, Cody Travis, Tim Pepper, Steeler Fan, Bears Den. Thank you all for joining me. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. I really appreciate it. If you've not subscribed, please do. And we will see you guys later. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. We will have Payoff pitch tonight. White Sox and the Yankees as Tom Seaver goes for win number 300 once again. It is the Expos beating the Rangers 3-2. See you guys later. Take care. Enjoy the NFL today.